Anon, the truth is lost to the void. A worthy end for a villain. Akechi is Bay. Come on, lick his name. Kid had it coming, lol. He went down easy. The fans are just as guilty. He got what he deserved. So did he do it or not? Execute accomplices too. Just like Akechi-kun said. So he has to be guilty. Justice with Akechi. Hope things are safer now. Evil is destined to perish. He should have confessed first. What a sore loser. Innocent makes no sense. We do need new authority. The truth's okay. Wait. Ryuji smiling and saying we got them means that the Phantom Thieves members know about this. Or at least Ryuji knows, other than Morgana and Futaba. What about Mishima though? Does Mishima know that the suicide is not true? I don't think Mishima knows. He must be. He must be very shocked right now. I hope it doesn't affect him heavily, this news of the supposed suicide. Murmur. I heard they arrested one of the Phantom Thieves. No way. Wait, hold on. I didn't expect him to commit suicide. He's a murderer. He deserved to die. We can finally breathe easy now. He killed himself, huh? I guess we'll never know his motivation. I'm exhausted. Who is this? Ah, this must be Ren. It feels like my consciousness is about to fade away.
Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination.
Are we in a car?
Are you listening?
Ren, could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? The memories I thought were gone are starting to come back.
Are you listening?
Ren, what were we talking about?
You weren't paying attention? Well, I guess I can see how you'd be lost in thought right now. Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation.
Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns.
Alright, so everyone knows, not just Ryuji, Futaba, and Morgana.
His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him. If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine.
For some reason. It's a general expression. It's a common expression. But for some reason, hearing Yusuke said that, I don't know, it makes me giddy. For unknown reason.
Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
Wait, what? A police squad from reality to the palace?
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
So, this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
He made us go after Okumura, then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him.
Haru. I wonder how Haru will react now. knowing that Akechi is the one who killed her father. I want to see her anger.
And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time!
It was me, Akechi.
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac.
I'm surprised that Haru isn't more angry than this. I thought she would be much more angry. I guess she has a very good control. I'm not saying if you are angry, that means you are bad. I mean, if you have your loved one killed by someone, it is normal and human to be angry. I'm just saying that maybe I should rephrase this. What I was trying to say, Haru's ability to suppress her anger, I believe, is excellent, very excellent. Her anger that she showed just now, I don't think it's like an anger of someone who just found out who killed her father. It's like an anger, it's like a normal anger.
Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No, Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all.
Shido.
An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested and then Akechi will kill him.
Palace. The palace.
Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding...
Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really?
You gotta be kidding me!
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace.
Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Okay, so showing Akechi the phone, I think what happened was when Sai showed the phone to Akechi, the phone was somehow installed with the metaverse. Oh no, hold on. Was that Ren's cell phone? Okay, so I think what happened was when Sai showed Ren's cell phone to Akechi, the metaverse was already activated. So by showing the phone, or maybe perhaps bringing the phone to Akechi's proximity, pulled Akechi into the metaverse. And I think it is his own metaverse, his own cognition, Akechi's own cognition, right? Wait, hold on. No, it is Ren's cognition. Okay. I was wrong. It was Ren's palace, not Akechi's. But the question is, Akechi did kill Ren's cognition. So why didn't Ren suffer from the mental shutdown? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's it!
Right? If a person's cognition is killed, they will suffer mental shutdown, but Ren didn't suffer that. What? Why is Ren the exception?
It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Look, so far, the brain of the team is either Makoto or Akechi. Well, not so far. I mean, Akechi has proven how he was able to formulate a strategy during the infiltration into Sai's palace. And Makoto also has shown that she could come up with plans. So, why exactly Ren is the leader of this group? I mean, what is the job of a leader? To lead, right? But it seems Ren's capacity is just a member, not a leader. I'm confused why they wanted Ren to become their leader.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Okay, so Sojiro knows. Understood.
Waiting upstairs. Go tell him to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
Fetch him.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
But man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Ah. Hey, you big bastard.
Still no explanation why Ren didn't suffer from mental shutdown after his cognition was killed by Akechi. Explain, I want to know how.
How have you been?
Ren, ghostly.
You're not floating.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe.
Oh, so Ren was hidden inside Sojiro's house?
It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
Wait, if they want to fake the suicide, they must leave a body in the crime scene or in the suicide scene. If the Ren that died is a cognition, then there is no body in the real world. So how come the police can see the body and then rule it as a suicide if there's no body at all in the real world? I don't understand.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Yeah, but then the police announced the suicide. So the police must have seen the body in the real world. But it can't be, because the cognition is in the metaverse and the real Ren is here. So what did they do to provide a body so that the police could see, oh, Ren has committed suicide?
Hold on a sec.
That's question number one. Question number two, why no mental shutdown?
Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Ren, yes.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
The TV station.
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
I think only Persona users can hear Morgana talk. That's what gave Akechi away.
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
He lied about when he got the power. Why would he lie if his intent was honest?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
Yeah, both Sojiro and Sai can only hear meow.
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
Wait, what? So,
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk.
wait, so the reason why they can hear Mona talk is not because they own Persona, but because a change of cognition, because they've heard Morgana talk in the metaverse. So, if Akechi could hear what Morgana said right here at the TV station, when was the first time Akechi heard Morgana talk in the metaverse?
But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all.
Ren, we got lucky.
That said, we weren't so naive to overlook something like that.
That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone. I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app.
Yep, this is when they were in front of the courthouse. When Futaba was in awe of Akechi's cell phone.
My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly.
How did Futaba do it?
Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act! After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Oh, so it wasn't Ren's palace. It was still Sai's palace. Okay, so like I thought in the previous video, when Ren acted as a decoy, the others went to the police station in the metaverse. I think they did not exit into the real world.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
Yeah, because they could see the police station from the courthouse.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
However, the only distorted location is the courthouse itself, but the police building remained the same like in the real world, right?
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
Yep.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
Ren, not till we get to school.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
Ren, it was a great idea because it worked. If it failed,
Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi. But I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
I don't think so. Is that really her reasoning?
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work.
Wait, so Akechi led the police into the metaverse. I wonder how the police reacted to that. Were they questioning why the courthouse looked like a casino? Or were they just waiting outside the building?
They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely acted like we were taking the treasure.
Hold on. If they prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, they must have already known the shape of the treasure. But how could they know before the treasure itself materialized on the final day of the infiltration?
This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
The phone.
All I needed were the coordinates.
Ren, it seems like she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Wait, what are the stickers on Futaba's laptop? Alien in car. What else? Ren, asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. I should talk to her later.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
Ren, I couldn't see it either.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble.
So how did Sai smuggle Ren from the interrogation room to outside then? Did she and Ren exit the police station in the metaverse before they go back to the real world?
We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Ren, don't remember. Drugs.
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
Okay, nice question.
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
Wait, so they brought the cognition body? The cognitive... Wait, what? I don't understand. So they brought the cognitive Ren into the real world? They can do that?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide.
Oh, hold on. Okay, so I think Futaba, set up the whole police station as a gateway to the police station in the metaverse. So everyone that goes into the police station, actually they entered the metaverse version of the police station. Is that it? But then the body has to be sent to the morgue, right? Wouldn't they be checking the morgue? I mean, after they store the fake body in the metaverse morgue in the police station, wouldn't then in the real world there might be some I mean, there could be a chance some detective want to confirm the body, and if they do that in the real world morgue, then there's no body. Or perhaps Futaba maintain the metaverse indefinitely and only plan to how should I say this? I'm confused. I'm out of, is Futaba okay? Is the metaverse police station currently still active, and Futaba plans to keep it that way until they can catch the culprit?
That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
I don't understand completely yet how they pull this off. The mechanism behind it. I need a more in-depth explanation.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Okay, so Sai made sure nobody would check the morgue, but there is always a chance that a detective or someone in authority in the police force would want to check the morgue for whatever reason. Maybe just to confirm again, or maybe out of curiosity. That possibility always exists, right? And if it happens and they found no body in the morgue, how will they handle that? By they, I mean the Phantom Thieves and Sai.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal.
Yeah, unfortunately, forced confession happen from time to time where I live. That sucks. That's why I really hate... I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but... I don't have a positive opinion, for the most part, in regards to my country's law enforcement and other governmental institutions. I'm sure many can relate regarding their own country. Not all, but I'm sure many can relate to the story.
If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm
truly glad you made it back safe.
Ren. It was close.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
How?
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against,
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
we knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Yeah, because if their plan failed to persuade Sai, then Ren would have been killed for real. In the real world.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash.
Alright, does news about the SIU director's death spread yet?
Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know. Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
Why in the shop? Why not in Sojiro's house? Much more private.
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs.
Oh, this guy can't leave? Meaning Ren can't leave LeBlanc. But what about when you fetch Ren from outside LeBlanc?
It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
Where did he disappear to? Huh? Behind the shelves? Shido, Ren Amamiya.
That sounds familiar.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
So I think, now I'm certain for sure, Shido was the one who stole Wakaba's research and murdered Wakaba by way of mental shutdown. The question is, how did Shido find out about Wakaba's research? Sojiro said he was the liaison between the government and Wakaba and the research team. So that means somehow Shido found out about the research. Let me rephrase. I mean, that means if Sojiro meets with Shido, I'm sure Sojiro would recognize who this person is, right? Or unless Sojiro was just a low-level operative, and communication between between Shido. I mean, Sojiro has to report to his superiors, right? Maybe it was his superiors who were in communication with Shido, not Sojiro himself.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
So he wants to be a hero. He wants the fame.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
I want to know how Shido acquired the research or stole the research from Wakaba.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives.
Yeah, look at Morgana, so cute.
Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder.
Okay, so they know a name. Oh, right, I know what's going to happen. They will say the name, and then Sojiro will say, I know that name.
He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Uh-huh.
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes.
Mom.
Shido, huh?
Okay, now he's remembering something. I'm sure. It goes back to when he was the liaison between Wakaba's research and the government, just as he told Ren once after he found out about Futaba and the Phantom Thieves. I think it was during that time, right?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job.
Yep, the Wakaba research.
I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do, so I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
That's what he usually does. So Jiro knows that Shido has a habit of killing, of assassinating people.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns.
Government research.
So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Wait, hold on. So the government conducted research on the psychotic breakdown after the cases happened. So that means Akechi's ability to enter the metaverse is not the result of them using Wakaba's research. Wakaba's research is simply investigating the cases that have already happened. So, if Wakaba's research isn't the reason why Akechi could gain the power to enter the metaverse, how did Akechi get the power in the first place? How did he get it? Was it really Igor? I once said that what if Igor gave the power to the Black Mask? If it is indeed Igor, because Igor was the one who gave Ren the power to enter the metaverse. So if it's actually Igor who gave the power to Akechi, why? What is the reasoning? That's the first question. Second, if it is true that Igor was the one who gave the power to Akechi, did he know what Akechi was going to do with the power he has been given? Alright, so the mental shutdowns and the psychotic breakdowns are two different things. Because I mentioned them separately. Okay, so one leads to death, the other leads to non-death. That's what happened to Ohia's friend. Ohia said she found her friend in a mental hospital after the friend was in communication with Shido's assistant or subordinate. If Oya found her friend, that means her friend is still alive. Okay. That's why Sai differentiate between mental shutdowns and psychotic breakdowns. Which one of them that leads to death and which one leads to non-death? I wonder.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
Yeah, with the power that he has in his possession, or rather, his subordinate, Akechi. The question is, how did Shido and Akechi came to know each other?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
Booze and hookers.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Yeah, the government district, right? Where the courthouse and the police station are located. I think it's the Diet building, but I'm going to choose the wrong one. A fancy restaurant.
I suppose that would be a good location for them to plot.
How about the Diet building?
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
Ren, what about Akechi?
No need to waste time with him, we just gotta hit the head. Nobody against it?
But Akechi has the power to go into the metaverse. He can continue doing hit jobs.
Of course!
He will be a worthy opponent.
Oh, cracking his neck. Yusuke.
Let's win this together.
Time for revenge!
So, Futaba's mother was killed. I guess because she's getting closer to the answer. Or to the knowledge about the metaverse. And Shido didn't want to risk it. So he ordered Akechi to kill Wakaba through the metaverse assassination. So Akechi has been doing this all by himself. He must be a very skilled and powerful Persona user if he can do what the Phantom Thieves do. But the Phantom Thieves is a group, not solo, unlike Akechi.
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that Diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
It's magic, not hard, not the. Okay, to borrow a term from another universe, it's magic, it's deviant, not real science, not science based on reality, immutable reality. I think, is that good enough to describe it?
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Okay, Yusuke brought it up. The concern that I have.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Yay, no school.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
Wait, so Miss Kawakami is in on this too? So she knows about the metaverse and the Phantom Thieves? Wait, does Miss Kawakami know? Was it Miss Kawakami or Takemi who said, you know, who said that they know that Ren is a phantom thief? Was it Takemi or Miss Kawakami? I think it was Takemi, but maybe Miss Kawakami said the same thing. I don't remember.
That's what I told the school.
Oh, okay.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
That's what Sojiro told the school.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations.
I'm surprised they didn't even start talking about the power. I assume this would be the right time for them to have discussion. And the topics would be: where did this power come from? Who created this power? Who gave it to us? And why? And I'm surprised Ren so far never told his friends about Igor and the Velvet Room.
A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
I'm also surprised that both Sojiro and Sai didn't press the question. They didn't even show a little bit of curiosity in wanting to know how the Metaverse Navigator works. They didn't even ask. Why? Did they ask it already off screen? I don't know.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
Not you, Ryuji.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
2.5 years?
Back then, you were in the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
Wait, hold on. So the research happened before the mental shutdown case. So Wakaba's research started before Akechi started causing the mental shutdown cases. Huh? Is that it?
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology.
What is Shido's ideology?
I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research.
Pulled the plug? Why?
I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Okay, so Wakaba's research happened before Akechi caused the mental shutdowns, and Shido squashed the research, fearing that someone else might be able to wield the same powers as Akechi. But the question is, why would he also order the assassination of Wakaba? Was it because Wakaba, a vital member of the research team, and he doesn't want to risk Wakaba continuing the research in other institutions like private research firms or institutions, not government. So maybe that's why he ordered Akechi to kill Wakaba.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root.
Complied to what? Complied to stop the research? Or complied to working together with them?
After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion.
Oh, forged evidence. Basically condemning innocent into jail. That's effed up. You know what? I think prison, the way they are being run right now, isn't actually beneficial for the prisoners' rehabilitation. It has to be changed, but no one seems to have the political will to do it. Or maybe the politicians and the leaders simply do not care.
He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
Ruin? Who else used the word ruin? Igor. What's with the ruin term? I think they are reoccurring quite a few times, but I don't remember when and where exactly I heard it used. Outside of the Velvet Room.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
If I have the power to use the metaverse, what would I do? Maybe I will sign up for a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right? And then I will enter the palace or the cognition of hold on, no. It's not going to work unless I know the people who are responsible for creating the questions. What should I do with the metaverse if I want to make a quick buck? Huge money, quick. Change a billionaire's heart to make him or her a tiny fraction of their money or riches. That would be more than enough for me. A billionaire, as in a billionaire who uses US dollars, not my country's currency. Having 1 billion isn't good enough with my currency, but with US dollars 1 billion, if converted, wow. I can quote unquote make my life every day as if I'm living in a paradise island. Just an expression, not literal island.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals. Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you.
What? I don't understand. What did he mean by that?
Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you.
Okay. So he made some targets into a psycho. Then the target will commit crimes, I guess. And then as the detective, he's going to investigate and catch these psychos responsible for a crime. I think.
And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Okay.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion.
Why are they talking like this? Both of them. It feels like a courtship or a ritual before they start kissing or something. I don't know.
Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
I guess that's why in the beginning of the game he said something like, "The police are my bitches." He is the same guy, right? The same guy that Ren met when Ren saw him trying to forcefully tell a woman to get in the car or something like that.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
What? Better man? What the?
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
What does he mean by that?
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the Chosen One.
The Chosen One.
Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly.
Okay, did Shido ever ask a question? Oh, I mean, did Shido ever question, at least in his mind, why would Akechi help him? Because I want to know why Akechi is helping him. I doubt it's because he sympathizes with Shido's ideology. There must be some ulterior motive. Is he planning to betray Shido at some point?
When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
I want to be the puppet master, and you, the Prime Minister, will be my puppet.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts.
Oh, he just want the fame? That sounds like a useless or a wasteful desire. No. Nothing wrong with wanting fame, but at least pair that desire with wanting to be rich as well. I guess very, very rich.
I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
Debauched? Oh, I have debauched desires. With you, right here, right now, in this office room. Blech.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Well, how do I put this?
Sojiro, looks like things finally settled down. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well then.
Morgana, the chief's right. Let's take it easy for today. Alrighty.
I'll just add this. Have something.
Clear the false charges. Steal Shido's heart. Infiltrate Shido's palace. Morgana, at any rate, I'm glad you're back safe and sound. But even that's putting it too lightly. You had it rough in there, didn't you? Ren, only a little.
Sorry.
Morgana, Akechi was after you all along. I knew it was risky, but we had no choice but to depend on him. but thanks to your tenacity, you were able to fool him. It's payback time. Let's make him regret underestimating the Phantom Thieves.
Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kinda came in handy.
Wait, what? During the school trip? When was it? Was it during the Hawaii trip or the TV station trip? Ren, how so?
Well, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone?
Oh, I think it was during the Hawaii trip, right?
Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones, yours and his. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. So that was it. So the activation was not from Ren's phone. Ren's phone was simply to see when Akechi is in the same location as Sai. But the activation, I guess, was done from Futaba's laptop.
But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi.
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Nav. It's a mysterious app after all.
So, if you couldn't directly hack into the Metaverse Nav, how did you do it then?
But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button.
Oh, push the button. For size cognition, right?
Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable.
Ah, I see.
Pretty good, huh?
So it must be size cognition because they've never been inside Akechi. Morgana, at any rate, I'm glad you're back safe and sound.
Sorry.
So,
Jiro, oh, by the way, the police report on your death isn't gonna show up at your school. No need to worry. Seems Prosecutor Nijima worked out some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine.
Man, how do I put this?
And I guess if they reported your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a phantom thief. They can't really go announcing what the phantom thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that. Why? Why they couldn't go around announcing who the phantom thieves are? I don't follow the logic. Why?
Hey!
Morgana, I get that you want to go out after being locked up, but starting tomorrow, you're going to be really busy. You should take it easy and rest today. No! You're not my mom?
Yeah!
Morgana, hey, even though it's the same old attic, it's an important place for you, huh? I wanna fix the laptop.
Yeah!
No! Very well then.
Yeah!
I'm gonna head back then.
So Jiro, I guess I'll head home. Go to bed, alright? Are you going to leave your daughter here with Ren? I know what you're up to. Sleep.
Guess he won't be going to school for a while.
So who devised the plan? I assume it's a combination. It's a combined effort of Morgana, Makoto, and Futaba. Those three were the mastermind behind the plan.
Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well.
Thank you, Morgana.
I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
Thank you very much for always be there for me.
Well then, we should get to sleep. You know, something that Futaba said before. When you were in a pinch in the palace, she picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. Was that...
Yes, my precious Kohai. Kasumi. Ren, it was Kasumi.
So it was Yoshizawa. Then we'd better let her know you're safe now.
Oh yeah,
And I'll even lend you a hand with that.
she doesn't know about that. Not just Kasumi, but Mishima as well. Mishima doesn't know yet. We'll have to tell Mishima or he'll be worried sick. Anon, what a sore loser. Innocent makes no sense. Okay, it's the same text. Murmur, murmur. Apparently Akechi arrested the leader of the Phantom Thieves. He's a hero. I'm so glad Akechi's back. I hope they can catch the rest of the Phantom Thieves too. He really is amazing. Nope, he's not. All the cases he solved, it was his own doing.
There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win.
Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track.
What do you mean back on track? Is the mental shutdown cases so severe it derailed the entire country? Some of the victims must have been politicians, of course, because they were in Shido's way. Ah, I see. That interferes with the running of the country, I think.
Especially after it turned out those Phantom Thieves were nothing more than scum in the end.
Hey, that was Ryuji.
We'll show you.
Keep it to yourself. Don't utter it with your mouth. You stupider. Oh, that's Miss Kawakami. I heard you went home, so I announced it during homeroom. Are you okay? Ren, you're a bad teacher. Kawakami, you're alive. The news is reporting you committed suicide. Call me when you can. Wait, yeah. So at the max level of Miss Kawakami's confidant, she figured out that Ren is a phantom thief, right? The question is, what would the conversation be if at this moment I haven't reached the max confident level with Miss Kawakami? Would the conversation be different? Kawakami, I was so confused, but as long as you're safe, don't worry about school, just take care of yourself. Yeah, I think so far, all the confidants who have reached max level, each one of them, every and each one of them figured out that Ren is a phantom thief. Including Miss Kawakami, right? Male student, is it true that the leader of the Phantom Thieves died? How could the police let him commit suicide in jail? They need to get their shiz together.
Cut that out!
Mr. Ushimaru, quiet down, you're in class, break's been over for quite some time now. I swear, you're like monkeys in a zoo, Oh yeah, I received word from Amamiya's family that he'll be absent for a bit. Jeez, what do you people think school is anyway? A prison, you fucker! Anne, it's almost time. Mishima, hey, it can't be true, can it? Please tell me you're okay. Ren, I'm all good. Mishima, oh, thank God you're safe, and you better stay quiet, you Mishima. Don't yap this info. To anyone, not a soul. Not even talking to yourself in public. Mishima, that suicide report was all over the news and Miss Kawakami said you went back to your hometown. I was honestly worried about contacting you. Even Sakamoto was dodging the question when I tried to ask him. But don't worry, I won't tell anyone. By the way, the fan site is a real mess right now, but I'll keep supporting you from the shadows. Good luck. I just got a chat message from Ohia. Ohia, some crazy stuff is going on with the Phantom Thieves. Are you okay? Ren, I'm fine. Ohia, really? That's good. It's chaos over here because of the Phantom Thieves. You're still alive, so you must be scheming something, right? I gotta prepare myself for one more mountain. But I'm glad you're okay, I'm busy, so I'll talk to you again later.
Hey.
Sojiro, you don't need to worry about it in here, but try not to do anything to draw attention. Anyway, today's a day off, so eat your curry and take it easy. You can take your time with it too, it's not like any customers are gonna be showing up. I wanna go out.
Okay.
I wanna catch up with my confidence. Morgana, let's try and think of the keyword once the chief's curry has energized you. No, I wanna catch up with my confidence. Anne, have you guys figured out the keyword to Shido's palace yet? Futaba, I've tried all sorts of stuff, but no luck so far. Yusuke, it is hard to understand the thought process of a criminal mastermind like him. Wait. Have they kicked out Akechi yet? Okay, there is no Akechi icon, I think, on the top. Futaba, you know, I've been wondering if he's been behind all of those mental shutdowns. Doesn't that mean all the weird accidents from these past few years were his fault? Like that subway accident back in April. Makoto, now that you mention it, that accident lost the Minister of Transport his job. Anne, wait, are you trying to say Shido caused that accident? But it's the subway, does he not care at all about innocent lives? Yusuke, this man seems to be truly unbelievable. Futaba, supposedly there are still tons of victims from that in the hospital even now. Yusuke, Masayoshi Shido, how many has he killed over the years? How many years? Wait, Yusuke said years, so the mental shutdowns have been happening for years. What? Haru, how could we ever understand what goes on in the mind of such a horrible man? Ryuji, hey, wouldn't it be faster if we just go there and try and think about it on site? Let's try that. Makoto, if we're going to go, I'd like Ren-kun to join, but... Anne, will that be okay? Won't somebody spot him there? Did they even show his face? Did the police even show his face? To the news media? They didn't, right? So there's no need to worry. Ryuji, we'll probably figure out the keyword in no time once we're there. Plus I can throw off anyone who tails us with my blazing speed. Makoto, alright, let's have Ren-kun join us then. Remember though, we're going with the intent of not being seen. Ryuji, okay, well let's meet in front of that Diet building and force that bastardo's palace open.
Alright, let's head to the Diet building. Make sure you aren't discovered, okay?
You going out?
Ren, that's the plan.
You gotta be kidding me. You realize you're done for if you get caught, right? Ugh. The stunts you pull sometimes. Just don't stay out too late.
No, I wanna go where I wanna go.
Akechi isn't here.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long. We already have Masayoshi Shido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
Stepping stone.
Maybe Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
What about a mansion?
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
No, a kingdom.
What about an arena, like the Colosseum?
A superpower, perhaps. He wants to make Japan a superpower, right?
Imperial Palace?
It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier? Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written in it.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? I've got no idea.
There was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
That man over there is probably a legislator, right? I'll try asking him.
What? Are you going to use your feminine wiles to woo that man and extract all information?
Excuse me, I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician. I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
An exemplary answer.
It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, what do you expect? You guys are standing around in a group in front of the Diet Building like this.
Wait, is it about us?
That doesn't look good.
We should leave at once. Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay?
We should all think about this tonight.
I wanna go catch up with my confidants. Let me go.
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more. However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety. These scandals only increase our distrust of the current government. As a citizen myself, I am enraged.
Look who's talking.
What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility? Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous.
The election's public notification is tomorrow. But no matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido.
Everyone's being deceived so easily.
Wait, what? Ryuji, I tried looking Shido's interviews up online. They all sound so dang fake. Yusuke, I checked his profile as well, but I couldn't find much outside of his title and education. He is currently 53 years old and has gone from being a Metropolitan Assemblyman to a representative. Though he is a cabinet minister, he split from the ruling party to form the United Future Party. And Shido's a cabinet minister, for real. Makoto, He was specially appointed to the position. That's his current title. Yusuke. Apparently, he also won a contest for who people would most like to have as their boss. Haru. Even the news sites write about him as though he's assured to become the Prime Minister. Makoto. If only we could find out the meaning behind Shido's words.
In order to save this country that has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
Ugh.
Wait, is Futaba's headphone? Hold on. Do they really show Futaba's headphones brand? It was AKG. That's a real brand, right? For microphones, at least. I don't know if they also produce. I don't know if they also manufactured headphones. Haru. Shido's reputation is truly astronomical. Yusuke, it's preposterous. Ann, this isn't the popularity level of a normal politician anymore. Ryuji, what's so great about him? I seriously don't get it. Futaba, he's a strong leader who protects his citizens, well, supposedly. Is everyone blind? Makoto, we'll just need to shed light on who he really is. By the way, is it okay if my sister joins us tomorrow? She's hoping she can be of help as well. Ren, that would be great. Makoto, okay, I'll tell her that. Haru, okay, we'll figure out the keywords tomorrow for sure. Morgana, what's with all the love for Shido? I get no one knows the truth about him, but it still creeps me out. Ha, you're just jealous. Wait, is that a new poster on the wall? Take your heart. I think that's a new poster.
I'll just add this.
The first poster I've seen, in this room.
Okay.
Morgana, it's time we show Shido who's boss and snap the public out of the trance they're in. Newscaster, the Phantom Thieves incident came to a shocking end as the leader committed suicide after arrest. Some are insisting for police to take responsibility for failing to prevent the suicide, but most of the public is praising Mr. Goro Akechi and his team for stopping the Phantom Thieves. Morgana, looks like we really pulled the wool over their eyes. We better act now before they realize. I just remember one thing. Was it Futaba or was it Makoto who said that the briefcase they gave to Ren is empty? So where is the treasure? Where is the real treasure they got from Sai's palace? I want to know what shape the treasure, I want to know what kind of shape the treasure is in. What kind of object the treasure is. I want to know.
Yeah.
Sojiro, feel free to use the cafe however you like. I know it's not much, but it's the least I can do. I can't go out? No!
Hey!
Morgana, we have to think about tomorrow. We can go out another time. I want to go.
Hey!
Alright. Let's see if I can fix the laptop. Let's fix this laptop.
Okay.
Morgana, getting this thing to work won't be easy. Fixing this will take quite a bit of time. Ren, let's try fixing this. Morgana, gah, this is so complicated. I don't even know what that part is, just be careful. I see, so all computers are essentially made up of different components that are assembled.
What are your thoughts?
You finished fixing it already? Then again, the damage wasn't too bad to begin with. Repairing such a complex machine is sure to have improved your proficiency. Shady Commodities Tanaka. Hello, this is Shady Commodities Tanaka. I repeat, I'm Shady Commodities Tanaka. Here we sell wonderful and rare items that are not circulated among the general public. Wait, hold on. Is this laptop even connected to the internet? If not, then what is this magic? Shady Commodities Tanaka. Curious about something? You've got access. Want something? You've got access. Morgana. What the heck? It just went to that site automatically. Was it configured to do that beforehand? Oh, maybe once the laptop was fixed, the Wi-Fi automatically activated? I don't know. Morgana. Shady Commodities, so it's an online shopping site. Either way, it's certainly gotten my attention. Let's check it out when we have some time. Anon. We'll finally have peace. Akechi is Bay. Come on, lick his name. Whisper, whisper. That should put an end to the case. It's just like Shido-san said. We can't go wrong leaving things to Masayoshi Shido. Shido-san's gonna be in this election too, right? Politicians like him are promising. Wait, why is it off day, Wednesday? What is it today? Takemi, as your physician, I would like to confirm something. Please contact me as soon as you see this. Ren, I'm still alive. Takemi, stop making me worried. I'm glad you're okay. I just got nervous when I saw the news. Well, I'll be at the clinic if you need any medicine. Sojiro, it's nothing but the Phantom Thieves on TV. Oh, that's right. Aren't you all supposed to be gathering here today? Make sure you finish eating before everyone shows up. I want to catch up with my confidants, you fucker. Morgana, it's almost time for our meeting. I wonder if anybody has figured out the keyword.
Last one. Diamond mine.
No good.
Look at Futaba. She's tired.
How many do we miss?
And Ryuji too.
Perhaps he truly does have a barrier up.
Right?
That's not something to be excited about.
We know all the way up to Diet Building too.
So you enter keywords into the Metaverse Navigator.
Boss, can you turn the TV on? Shido might be on it.
Sure thing.
Ah, Akechi.
Goro Akechi. Him and his stupid composed face.
So, Akechi-san, is it true you withdrew yourself from the media as part of your plan to capture the Phantom Thieves?
I truly apologize for causing such a stir. Honestly, it required a lot of courage to openly oppose them when their popularity was at its peak. I mean, people often lashed out at me online and whatnot.
Then was it also your plan when you said they weren't at fault after their popularity declined?
That was to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiling knowledge. Once they lost public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand. That's the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree?
Hold on. I remember Shido was planning to order Akechi to finish the rest of the Phantom Thieves. So when is he going to target the rest of the Phantom Thieves members in their cognition world?
justice.
It's not just on TV or online. Newspapers, magazines. I see his face everywhere.
On the other hand, no one's hoping for our comeback on the fan site. Like, at all.
You're still worried about that? Ryuji, come on.
The Phantom Thieves are evil. Shido and Akechi are just. It should be the other way around.
They're manipulating information using the media.
Leaving Akechi aside, we'll get back at him later. Our main issue is Shido.
Were there any instances before when you didn't know the palace keywords?
Well, there was the time with Futaba.
We didn't know anything about her, so all we could do was make conjectures.
Then why don't we just go directly and see Shido?
That's impossible. He's surrounded by bodyguards and followers all the time.
There's no way high school students can get an appointment with him either.
Well, we do have an adult with us.
Sainijima.
No, that's still impossible. Besides, that's too dangerous a method.
Well, this is a problem.
What's with the ruckus outside?
Wait, there's a ruckus outside? What do you mean? A commotion?
To everyone gathered before Yongin Jaya Station.
Isn't that an election campaign car?
Oh right! The candidates are currently campaigning!
Ren, that voice.
I apologize for the commotion. I am Masayoshi Shido.
Wait, did he just say Shido?
No, he said Shiho.
Yeah, he did!
It sounds like the same voice I heard back then. Come on, Ren. How can you not remember it was the same guy, right?
Man, talk about being lucky! We can go check him out without an appointment now!
Oh, Ryuji and Haru.
Hey, Ryuji ran off toward the station. This way, hurry! By the way, did something happen?
I knew it. It's the same guy, right? The bald guy from the beginning.
You didn't seem well a moment ago.
I'm getting further away from Shido's voice. This seems to be the wrong way. Why only Ryuji and Haru enthusiastic about seeing Shido? The rest of them are like, whatever. Ann, I hope Ryuji doesn't try anything. Yeah, he's a fool.
We will be counting on you.
Yusuke. We'll stand out too much if we all go together. Please investigate on your own, Ren. Makoto, so the one behind the death of Haru's father may be out there. Please check it out, Ren. Futaba, I'll just wait here and bide my time.
I can see it.
Now is the time to rebuild this crumbling nation. Our government is littered with scandals, and criminals have taken a strong foothold in our society.
Hey, he's talking about my country. He's right.
Such a disgraceful past must be discarded. We must set sail into a new future of dreams and hope.
Surprised old man. Shido, is it that Shido? Thrilled housewife. He's here. Where? Where is he? Excited young man. Whoa, this is amazing. Let's go check it out. Oh dear.
Who carry the burden of the next generation can be proud of their country. So our nation can once again become a powerful one with abundant wealth and luxury. So our beautiful home will be acknowledged as the best country in the world.
I don't need acknowledgement. I just want it to be a prosperous country for the people. And safe and secure too, in regards to territorial security. Old man home, did you want to listen in? DJ, I see Shido-san sometimes when I'm walking around town. I got to shake his hand, his smile really left a big impression on me. Old man, I've been hearing a lot about this Shido fellow. How popularity isn't all that he's got to offer. Curious child, is that guy Shido? Young mother, that's right, he's a strong, admirable man. Curious child, even more than dad? Quiet father, well yeah, I'd say so. Shido is a wonderful person. No, your dad is your dad, stupid kid. Shido isn't your dad.
I humbly ask that you cast your vote for me, Masayoshi Shido. Let us all set sail toward a happy future, together. I hope to continue serving you all.
Is that the guy? You guys wait here. I'll go get intel for us.
Wait!
Hey! Yo, Shido-san!
Stand back.
Bodigado.
I just want to talk to him for a sec.
He's a busy man.
The hell? Ain't he supposed to hear a citizen's comments?
That's enough, brat.
You're that asshole we met at the hotel before, at the elevators. Oh, I'm sorry. So you can butt in front of other people if you're in a hurry?
What are you talking about?
That moron! Come on, stop!
But these guys...
Hey, kid. You don't want to know what happens when you cross me.
That voice.
It seems the customer base has changed since I was here last. Have they started a daycare? This ain't a show. Get lost, kid. Damn brat! I'll sue!
This man. There's no mistake. He's the same man as the one from before.
What are you looking at?
Oh, you fool, Ren.
This country is filled with clueless children. I worry for Japan's future. Let them go. My next appointment is coming up.
What a piece of shit. So what do you think after seeing him in person?
Ren, here's why I got arrested.
Wait, he's the jerk you told us about before? The same guy? For real? Seriously?
But it happened in Ren's hometown, right? And Ren's hometown isn't Tokyo. He moved to Tokyo after the incident. So what was Shido doing in Ren's hometown? I wonder.
You're sure, aren't you? Shido's the one who ruined your life.
Holy shit. I don't believe it.
Let's get going, okay?
Shido's the guy who set you up?
What kind of fate brought you two back together?
Love. Ren, is it just coincidence?
Talk about a destined connection.
Shido was involved in the cognitive research too, right? This can't be dismissed as just a coincidence.
God, what the hell's going on here?
Is someone pulling the strings of all these characters? Don't freaking tell me it's Igor. What?
Shido was already a politician then, yet he sued a student and ruined his future? He must have pulled some strings so that his name wouldn't be mentioned. Furthermore, he also would have had to force that woman into making a false statement.
He would do anything. We're talking about a man who ordered a hit inside the police station.
He can't sit still until he crushes whoever opposes him, no matter how trivial. He's always been that way.
What a piece of shit. Children are the future, my ass! What he's saying and doing are completely different!
That's me. Do as I say, not as I do. Got it? That's me.
But now that we found out who did it, can't something be done about his record?
Once the courts have made a judgment, overturning that decision will be difficult. It'd barely be possible even if proof of innocence is presented and Shido admits to his crimes.
At any rate, we need to trigger a change of heart in him.
Be that as it may, Shido's outer appearance and his true face are wholly different. It's beyond hypocritical. It's as if he's an entirely different person.
He speaks about the good of the country. It makes me wonder what really is on his mind.
I think he does. When he told Akechi he wants to make this country great, I think he really means it. But humans are humans. Nobody's perfect. I guess. It's just a matter of, are you not perfect in a way that you commit crimes and cause suffering for other people? Like, for example, framing Ren? Or are you not perfect simply like, let's say, maybe you're not really doing what you preach for a little bit or somewhat like that? There's different levels of imperfection, right?
That man's full of ambition to rise in the world. He only thinks of the weak as stepping stools for his success.
He treats himself as an elite man while looking down on others. Ugh, that's the worst.
I assume the keyword for what he believes the Diet building is will be despicable too.
I know what it is. Personal playground or kingdom. Or what, a harem?
It must be something self-centered and completely different from politics.
Someone like him needs to be punished as soon as possible.
Let's head to the Diet building again right after school tomorrow. I feel we'll get it this time.
Stewing over it won't get anywhere. We have to do this.
Morgana. The guy behind everything turned out to be your archenemy. What an oddly poetic twist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those clothes. You'd stand out if everyone else is wearing their school uniforms. It might be a good idea to wear your uniform when you head out. What? What do you mean? I don't get it.